Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Ara here and welcome to another cash stuffing. Oh guys, oh my god, how long has it been since my last cash stuffing? Wow, I finally got paid. I was starting to get worried because yeah, at my job, like at my workplace, everything is a mess. I don't know what is happening there, I don't know, but they were extremely late with the payments, so I was getting worried. What is that? But yeah, thank god eventually the payment came, everything is fine. So here we are, ready to cash stuff, and it's actually an exciting one, which you're gonna see why in a second. But in the meantime, if you can hear this sound in the background, that's because I have my fan on. I am freezing, and this one is even like a warm one, but yeah, I just have to have that on, so I hope that's not a problem. If anything, I'm gonna try and put some background music so that I'm gonna try to limit the sound. Anyway, you guys, so how are you doing? I hope everything is fine for you. Let me know if it's cold already where you are. I feel like November is not the same November as it was before, to be completely honest. I'm extremely depressed because of how short the days are. I can't wait for spring to be here again, but anyway, you just gotta have to live in the moment, right? Anyway, welcome and thank you for being here with me. All right, so finally let's go ahead and count my exciting paycheck. Exciting, why? Because unlike what I usually get, this month I should have here to cash stuff, I should have 1,125. Oh yes, you guys, 1,125. If you know me and if you follow my channel, then you know that I have never received this much money. Like, this is the first time that I've gotten this much money. Let me check that I'm recording. Yes, I am. But there's a reason for it, actually. There's a reason. The reason is because in October I did a lot of extra hours. I came even outside of the working days, so you know, there was a lot of stuff. So don't get too used to it, and this I'm telling to myself especially, don't get too used to it because I don't think it's gonna happen again. But it's here right now, and there's a lot of stuff that we can do and that we have to do with this money, because October was, October and November were both very spendy months, so let's go ahead and count what we have today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. Let me get rid of this, actually. 500, 56, 57, 57, 77, 90, 810, 830, 850, 870, and 90, 910, 930, 950, 960, 970, 990, 1,000. All right, 1,010, 20, 30, 40, 50, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, and 95, 100. So 1,105, 10, 15, 25, what? 35? I must have counted wrong, but this should be this should be 1,125. Let me do that again, actually. Yes, okay, so this is 1,125. I just made a mistake counting. I'm not used to counting all of this money. As you can see, as usual, some of it is in prop money because all of my fixed expenses, I pay them through my credit card. And this month we're actually gonna have to do like double, because there's a lot of money that needs to go back in the bank, because you know, because of the fact that my money came in really late, I was negative this month because I had stuff to buy, I had things to pay, like my therapy. So because of that, I couldn't wait for my money to arrive. So because of that, I already started paying those stuff, and because of that, I went in the negative. So now that I have my money, most of it is gonna go to repaying myself. Anyway, let's begin with my fixed expenses. All right, here they are. Let's start and let's see what happened. Okay, So my buffer is empty again, and we're gonna start working on it, I suppose, with the next year. I'm just gonna give myself December as a grace. Now, don't look at my envelopes, okay, because now they're all over the place, but I plan on buying the Cricut for, not for Black Friday, because I already have a list of the things that I want for Black Friday, but for Christmas I'm probably gonna get myself a Cricut, so I'm gonna remake all of them. But anyway, in the meantime, therapy is gonna get 200, which is here, 100, 200, and you'll see that later on in the video, like in the next half of the video, we're gonna go back in here and we're gonna unstuff this money. Jim is getting 30, and this one doesn't consider the money for Pilates. This is just the money for the program that I was following at home. I decided that I want to keep it for a little longer because I want to try and see how I like them together. But anyway, subscriptions is gonna get 15 today, so a 10 and a 5. Right now my only subscription is YouTube Premium, and I think that's gonna stay this way for a while. Phone is gonna get 10, and I think that's it, right? Yeah, health is not gonna get anything, and this one is just a random envelope at the back. Beautiful. Hello. Hey. It got stuck. Hello, what is happening to you? Nobu? His name is Nobu, by the way. Alright, beautiful. Moving on, let's go ahead and work on my savings. Alright, as for my savings, let's go ahead and see what we have to do in here. Alright, so we're not gonna put anything into my actual savings because I didn't allocate for those. So let's move into my education. In here I have all the money to pay for my taxes. Here, these are kindly offered by my father but I'm gonna add 100 to this one because, as you will see later on, this is some money that I spent for university to buy some books that I needed, and because my father is already paying for all of this, then I'm gonna pay for my own books. So because of that, I'm gonna add this money here for now, and then we're gonna take care of all of it later on. So as of now, in this one we have 2,000, 3,120, 45, 3,145, which I hope is correct. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this one later on, and I'm not putting anything else in any of these for now. We're gonna start working again on these with the new year. So now let's move on to, what should we do? Let's do travel. Ah, you guys, you know how excited I am every time I show you this binder. This is my absolute favorite one, and I'm even more excited today because I can finally reveal the next destination, which is gonna be for Christmas. The next destination is not London. This is just here because I need to go back to London every single time, so this is here. The next destination is Prague. Oh my god, I'm so excited, you guys. I cannot wait. We have already bought the tickets for the airplane, for the flight. We booked the hotel, we just have to pay for it. So yay, Prague is gonna be the next destination. I'm so excited, I'm so excited. It's gonna be magical. At the beginning we wanted to go to Vienna, but yeah. Anyway, flights are paid, so we're gonna have to take care of this money later on. So we're gonna start working on accommodation, which is gonna get 100 for today. And this one is started, and this type of organization here with these envelopes that you can see in here, I stole it from Iris Budget. That's her idea. This is how she does it. So yeah, she is the inspiration behind this. Okay, So we're done for now with this one. So now let's move on to my wallet. Let's do that. All right, here is my wallet. So let's see, usually in this one I put only real money. I don't use prop money, but as of now, because I've already spent some of it, I'm also gonna use prop money into here, starting with the groceries. Groceries is gonna get to 160, but of that 160, 120 is gonna be real money, and the rest we're gonna do 10, 20, 5, 35 and 40. Let me make sure. So 120, 30, 45, 55 and 60. Okay, 160 go into groceries, and this is essentially way more than what I gave myself, but I'm gonna explain why in a second when we move to the next envelope, which is gas. Gas is gonna get 50, but of this 50, let's see, only 20 is gonna be in prop money and the rest is gonna be in real money. So 30 going to gas for a total of 50, and the reason is because I have to now start stuffing this envelope right here separately, and the reason is because right now the car that, as you know if you follow my channel, I was sharing with the rest of my family, now it's become mine. Yes, it is become mine because my mom bought herself a new car, my father already has his own car, my older brother now he has his own car, so now the car that we were all sharing has become mine. Yay! So I'm gonna have to start paying for gas for myself, of course, at least for that, you know. I talked to my parents and they know that right now I can afford to maintain the car myself. That's too expensive, but and so they're fine helping me with that, but when it comes to gas, I'm gonna pay for it. All right, so now let's move on to, what do we have to do? Oh, sinking funds. All right, you know that I usually don't stuff my sinking funds, but I'm only gonna go into a couple of these envelopes right here, starting with the fitness journey. I decided that my money that is gonna go to Pilates is gonna stay in here until I have an envelope dedicated to Pilates only, and this one is gonna get to 120, which is what I pay in a month, and I'm gonna get an old one, so we have 51, 120. This is how much I pay. So this one is the money for December essentially. So I am technically already 1 month ahead, but I want to get even more ahead, let's say, and reach the 3 months ahead. The next one that we're gonna work on is my music lessons, and this one is gonna get 100, all in 20s. So I'm gonna try and find the oldest ones that I have. So 2040, this is pretty good. Let me check. Oh no, these are good. 2040, 60, 80. Let's do this way for now, and then I'm gonna change it. So let's do 20, 40, 60, 80, 91. Okay, so 100 going to my music lessons. All right, as soon as I have an old 20 that I want to get rid of, I'm gonna come here and exchange it in here. All right, beautiful. So now we've taken care of this one, so let's move on to the challenges. I guess that's the only thing left to do. All right, as for my challenges, I moved them all into here so that I don't have to go into 2 different binders, because that didn't really make any sense. So let's start with Save with Judy, which, as you can see, it has a little IOU for 140 euros, which we're gonna pay right now. So 125, 35, 40. Let me make sure. 51, 25, 35 and 40. Okay, 140. The reason why I have this IOU is because actually, let me do it this way. Let me keep this one I'm gonna put 150 and I'm gonna get change, which is here. So we're gonna put 150, which is in reality 140. Okay, so the reason, sorry I get interrupted. So the reason why I have this IOU in here is because when I subscribed to Pilates, I didn't have the money yet. So this is one of those things that I was telling you about, that I had to pay even though I didn't have the money yet. So I had to get the money somewhere, and this was the only envelope that I felt comfortable taking the money